Hi guys, welcome to my channel. How are y'all doing today? So here today on Abby the Witch, we are going to be doing week 4 of Witch's Black Lent, the 7 Deadly Sins challenge. And like I had talked about last week, I am working with the sin greed. So this week, I am actually going to be doing an oil blend. For the Witch's Black Lent challenge, week 4 is supposed to be a oil blend or incense blend, and I chose to do an oil blend. I know this isn't the best angle. I didn't really know. I didn't really want to do like my camera in front of me pointing down, because then I would have to be working around my camera with oils. It would get really messy. So I will do my best to try to hold up everything to the camera that I'm using. So if you want to do this yourself, you can see what I'm doing. So the ingredients that I am using, first of all, I have like this little bottle, which is really cute. I think I got these at, I just got these at the Dollar Tree, or maybe I ordered these on Amazon. I can't remember. They're really cheap. I got like a set of, I think like 6 or something like that. Just really cute little glass bottles with cork. Something like this, an oil blend might do better if you had a bottle with a dropper. I don't really have one of those laying around, so I'm just gonna use this, and then when I need some, I'll just go like that. So yes, you need a bottle, some sort of glass container. It doesn't even have to be glass. It can be anything you want, some sort of container that you think will work well for this, okay? My base oil is going to be olive oil. So I'm just gonna be pouring it out of my cooking bottle. Just using that olive oil. And the essential oils that I'll be adding are peppermint and patchouli. Okay, so a little messy. I use patchouli a lot. Patchouli and peppermint, particularly mint, have metaphysical qualities of attracting wealth, abundance, prosperity, things like that. So I will be adding these to my wealth oil, okay? Oh, and I don't know if I meant, sorry, this video is kind of all over the place, guys. I'm kind of just like in a very laid back, chill mood today, so I didn't really plan anything. I didn't really like write like any notes down to talk about or anything like that. I'm just kind of like going with it. But this oil will be for wealth and attracting more wealth into my life, okay? So those essential oils, I will be adding some, I don't know why I'm opening this. I will be adding some dried mints. This is mint that I grew myself. I can't remember, last summer or the summer before. I still have some dried mint left, so I'm gonna add some mint, some like actual dried mint, not just the oil. I will be adding some purple basil. I don't know if you guys can see that. Some purple basil. Basil also has some metaphysical properties of prosperity, so I will be adding that. And I will actually be adding a dollar bill to this as well, which I think this should be able to fit. I'll have to cram it in there. That's what she said. I'll kind of get more in depth on how I'm going to use this dollar bill when I get to that step, but I realize that this is just $1. I wouldn't particularly feel comfortable adding something like a $100 bill or even a $20 bill. If you want to add that, by all means you can, but this is really all about, witchcraft in general is all about your intention, okay? So I'm going to add this dollar and add intention to it, okay? So not only is this money, but I'm actually going to be adding even more meaning to it, add my own intention to it, which will be, you know, more, not just $1, but I'll be adding more value to this dollar bill before I add it to my oil, if that makes sense. You'll see when I get to that step. I also just have a little funnel too, just to make things easier, since my bottle is so little it might make it a little easier to add all my oil. Okay, so those are my ingredients that I'm using. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cleanse pretty much everything. Well, I'm definitely going to cleanse my bottle right before I add anything to it. So for cleansing today, I'm going to use sound. So I use my Tibetan singing bowl. Honestly, you can do anything to cleanse. I've seen it done so many ways. I've used water, just plain fresh water before. I know a lot of witches use Florida water. I know a lot of witches sing, like they sing themselves. I've done that before too, to cleanse something. A singing bowl works fine. There's even certain frequencies you can look up like on YouTube that are known for cleansing. You can look up that and play that sound and hold your object above that, or however you want to do that. A lot of witches use smoke. I don't really want to do that right now because I'm in a really closed-in space. I don't want to do that right now. I like using smoke, but just not right now. Let's see, what else could you use? You could put it in the sunlight if you want to. I associate that more with charging, not cleansing, but again, it's all about your intention. Or even a full moon. Again, I associate that more with charging, but if you associate that with cleansing, if you feel like the moon beams are coming down and cleansing whatever you want to cleanse, then it's cleansing it. So let me show you how I cleanse using this singing bowl. Hopefully you guys can see okay. I'm gonna put this here. And what I do with cleansing, no matter really what tool I'm using to cleanse, I always try to do counterclockwise. So whether I'm spinning like the incense stick counterclockwise around my object, or like I go like this counterclockwise above the sound, however you want to do it. I always like to do counterclockwise because in my mind that's unwrapping the like any bogged down energy that you don't want, or any negative energy that you don't want. That's unwinding to me. It's unwrapping it. So I always do counterclockwise. Do the cork, why not? Okay, bottle is cleansed. I'll go ahead and do the dollar bill too. Now, again, when I think of cleansing, I don't think of getting rid of any like main energy with it. I don't really think that cleansing completely strips an object, okay? I think that cleansing cleanses it of any attached, bogged down, chaotic energy that it wasn't originally associated with, if that makes sense. You're just cleaning up, you're just straightening it up, you're cleaning up the energy. That's how I think of it, as that's how I think of cleansing. So by cleansing this dollar, I don't think I'm stripping it of any like money qualities or money energy. I think it's just like, you know, money's handled by a bazillion people. Like who knows what kind of energy they put into this. So I'm going to cleanse it of that energy before I use it. Okay, that dollar is very neutral now, and it just has nothing but money qualities. Perfect. I'm also getting very warm. So now I'm gonna start adding my ingredients, and it's important. I feel like I'm doing this like a 101 video, and I feel like most of you watching like know how to make an oil blend, so I don't know why I'm doing it this way, but I just feel like maybe someone will benefit from it. So anyway, it's important that when you're adding each ingredient to have your intention behind it, okay? So thinking or speaking out loud what your intention is behind that ingredient. Okay, I don't think that funnel's gonna fit. That's okay. We'll just be really careful. So with olive oil, I think of like prosperity, abundance, you know, you harvest olives. Olives you can use in many different ways. There's an abundant quality behind it. Abundance, wealth, prosperity. And of course I didn't bring a paper towel. And you know what? If you make a mess, you make a mess. My altar is a mess. I mean, it's straightened up right now for this video, but there's stains all over the tablecloth and everything. It just is the way magic goes. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I have my olive oil. Now I'm going to add, oof, if I can open it. I've had this open many times before. Okay, there we go. I'm going to add a few drops of peppermint while thinking money, 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 wealth, money, prosperity, wealth, money, prosperity. Okay. All right, that's good. Now same thing with patchouli. Ugh. This gets stuck because the oil, it's just an old bottle, and let's see if I can get this open. I need to get new patchouli, honestly. I don't know if I have any left. Yeah, it's pretty much empty. Whoops. Okay. I think what I'm gonna do instead is, it's so coated with patchouli on the outside, I'm gonna rub some of that on my dollar bill before I put my dollar bill in. Otherwise, I would just do the same thing I did with the peppermint, and I would just think prosperity, abundance, wealth as I'm dropping the patchouli in there. But right now I'm just gonna rub it on my dollar bill, and as I'm rubbing it on my dollar bill, that's when I'll think of that intention. Okay. So now I'll add some mints, some fresh mints. Well, not fresh, but dried up mints. Okay, and I can even hold it in my hands and kind of put some attention into it. Okay, kind of crunch it up a little bit. Put that stuff in there. Yeah, this is when I wish I had a funnel, but that's okay. It's okay. Like I said, magic just gets messy sometimes, and that's just the way that it is. Okay. Money, money, money. Okay, now I'm gonna take these stems off for my basil. I'm not using purple basil for any particular reason other than it's just the basil, the dried basil that I had. You can use green basil too as well. They both bring prosperity and wealth and abundance. Well, kind of stuck. I'm gonna use an incense stick. There we go. Okay. All right, looking good. A little bit left, okay. So now comes the time for the money. Okay, hands are a little messy, that's okay. I think how I specifically am going to do this is I'm going to look at it and just do times a million, times a million, times a million, and just really put that intention into it. Does that mean I'm going to become a millionaire? No, that's not what that means. I just want this $1 bill to be much, much more, and for the universe to understand that I want more wealth into my life, okay? And this means money, so I want more money in my life because we're working with greed, people. And then I will put my patchouli oil all over it, and I'll try to stick it in the bottle. Okay. putting some patchouli on it for prosperity, wealth, abundance, money, money, money. Okay. I'm going to wrap this up pretty tight. I have seen money oils. Money oil is a very popular oil to make. I have seen money oils where people tear up the dollar bill and put it in there, but I don't feel comfortable doing that because I feel like it gives the wrong intention. So I'm going to be rolling it up and putting the whole thing in there. Which again, I might have to use my incense stick to really cram it in there. There we go. Okay. I'm going to add a little bit more olive oil so everything's coated. There, that's perfect. Okay, there we go. Close her up. There is my wealth oil for attracting more money into my life. Okay, and what I'm going to be doing with this is I think I'm going to put even more intention into it. There is different ways to put intention into things. You can use your hands like I did with the times a million. You can hold it and think about it or meditate with it and think about your intention. You can breathe onto it. You can think your intention and breathe it onto your object that you want to put your intention into. You can write a sigil on it. I mean, there's so many different ways to put your intention into something. And obviously I know I already have like a ton of intention already into this. This oil is already very much well enchanted. But you know, there's no such thing as too much. So I am going to do that now. I think I'm going to use the blowing technique just because I just feel called to. Okay, so what I did was I thought of my intention, attracting more money. I spun it actually this time clockwise because this time I'm winding it up with something, right, with my intention. And I thought of it 3 times, blew on it 3 times as I was spinning it clockwise. Now what I'm going to do, now that everything, all my intention is set, my oil is enchanted, I'm going to charge it. I'm going to charge it with some selenite and some aventurine. Okay, aventurine is this green crystal. I associate it with money, luck, prosperity, things like that. And selenite I associate with, it can be cleansing, but I use it to charge things mostly. That's like 90% of the time what I use selenite for is for charging. So it's really, whew, and you can feel it. Put the aventurine on top of that, so they're both touching. Everything's touching, everything's charging with the intention. We're good, okay? So, all right, now that we've made our oil, I was actually going to show you guys some bonus content. It being right after Ostara and the spring equinox, I have like this little mini ritual that I do every year. So I wanted to show you guys what I was gonna do with that, and then we'll wrap up this video, okay? So be right back. Okay, witches, I am back, and what I'm going to be showing you now is, like I said, a little spring equinox ritual that I do. It's not really a ritual, but it's just something that I do every year, and that is waking up some of the hibernating animal spirits. Usually around Thanksgiving-ish time, I will put away certain animal spirits for hibernation, and I will not work with them or call on them while they're hibernating. and I will tuck them away. So anything I have symbolizing them, I work a lot with animal spirits. So anything that I have symbolizing them, like any animal cards and any of my animal oracle, well, not any of my animal oracle, I think just one deck I put away from that deck. Any jewelry I have symbolizing them, any figurines I have symbolizing them, any animals that I know of that hibernate and throughout the winter, I will tuck them away. I have this little box I use every year. I'll tuck them away in this box, and I will put them away somewhere where I know they're not going to be bothered for the winter. So what I do during the spring equinox is I just get the box back out. Okay, I'm going to open this up in a second, and I'm just going to gently wake them up. So I'm going to open up the box, and I'm going to say, it's time to wake, right? And blow that intention onto them. I'm saying intention so many fucking times in this video, but it's just necessary for what I'm doing today, okay? So I'll blow 3 times on them like I did with my money oil while thinking it's time to wake. And then after I do that, I'll take everything out of the box. I'll kind of like set everything up on my altar, and I'll put it around my offering for them. Now my offering is always food for them, okay? Because they're waking up from a hibernation, they want food. This year I have blueberries and fresh water. So all these animals that are hibernating need water. Blueberries, bears love berries, right? So, spoiler alert, one of the animals is bear. So blueberries and water. Sometimes I have insects in there for my other animals that are hibernating, but I just don't, yeah, blueberries and water. Fresh water is what I am offering this year. So I'm putting it in this bowl that I do. This used to be my mini cauldron, but now I kind of just use it as offerings and other workings. So I cleansed the bowl out I used the water technique this time. I spun water in it counterclockwise just until I felt like it was cleansed. Then I filled it up with fresh water, and then I put 9 blueberries in there. 9 is a very significant number to me. Numerology, if you haven't noticed already, like I use it fairly frequently. So yeah, fresh water and 9 blueberries. So after they wake up, I'll set it around their offering, and then I'll just kind of meditate with them for a minute, or I'll just sit with them for a minute and kind of mentally let them know that this is for them, you know, and I'll just say things like, welcome back, like, I hope your slumber went well, I hope you feel rested, it's springtime now, these offerings are for you, I hope this helps you wake up, things like that. Okay, so go ahead and open this up and I'll show you what I do. And I'll show you what animals are in here too after I get them out. So I have, like I said, a bear, bear card, I have a bat card. Bats also do hibernate through the winter, most bat species. I have a little bear figurine put next to my bear card. And I also have these little bat earrings that are open. I love them. So I do have other bat earrings that I wear throughout the winter, but they're closed up. So to me, that's, I know this is oddly specific. I don't think any other, which is, I don't know. I don't know if this is weird, guys. I go through all this trouble, but I do wear bat jewelry throughout the winter that is closed up, because to me that symbolizes that they're still sleeping and it's okay. I'm not calling on them for anything. I'm not, you know, they're not working with me. I'm not working with them. So I feel like it's okay to wear them just because I think they're pretty, right? And so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sit with them a moment, like I said, and just welcome them back. All right, now that I welcome them back and they know that this is all for them now, I feel good. I can just leave them out for a while. I usually leave them out, any kind of offering or anything like that, I'll leave out, depending on what it is and who it's for, but I'll usually just leave it out for one night, like one cycle of a night. I don't know if that makes sense. And then I'll just pour my offering back into the earth, because my offerings are 98% of the time something natural that can go back into the earth. And that's my way of like really officially giving the offering, is by giving it back into the earth. Okay guys, so that is my week 4 of the Witch's Black Lent, and this is also my bonus footage of my Ostara ritual, if you will. So I really hope you enjoyed. I wanted to show you a couple of things on my altar, just some extra things that I did for wealth. I already took a picture of it on YouTube, but I'll go ahead and show you in this video as well. And that'll be the last bit of this video. I'll also show you some zoomed in shots, some good pictures of the money oil and the offering and all that. So thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, I hope you stay very well. Thank you. Love you. Bye.